So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes, joined by my other gracious co-host, Jay Random. This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY, a media education company. Jay Random, it's been a while since we've done this. How have you been?
Yes. Man, I've been, maintaining, busy, trying to do my extra stuff on the side. I'm good, man. Yeah, you're right. It's been a while. It seems like it's been forever. But I'm good. Yeah.
There's been a lot of changes going on in my life personally, so that's probably one of the main reasons why we've paused on this podcast, and pretty much everything on chemistry stopped in general. So let's do this, get the juices flowing, and
exactly
get things back to normal.
All right, let's get it.
The first big news that I actually want to talk about is the NBA in general. We never really wrapped up the NBA finals, and we also have another story to talk about, this NBA draft that just happened last night.
Okay, cool.
I want to know, first, what are your thoughts about the NBA finals in general?
Hey, to be honest with you, I think the NBA finals, the Warriors did it to themselves.
How?
Okay, how? Think about it. When you
remember, y'all, this is the Warriors fan right here.
I know, but see, like I said, I'm not a homer like you, so I don't mind calling things out. So I think the Warriors should have won those two games in Oakland, and they didn't. I don't know, they got real sloppy and lost those two games.
Clay was out in Game 3 and Kevon Looney.
Okay, Clay was out in game. Okay, what happened in Game 2? I mean, you said 3. Okay, what happened in Game 4? Was that the one that Steph scored 47? Like, which?
No, Steph was spent. Steph was spent because he had to carry the whole load in Game 3.
Yes.
And he had a short turnaround time. So, I mean, the human body's going to break down, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, when it's all said and done, I mean, you and I, we talk about this a lot. And I feel like the Warriors did lose one of their better players, which is KD. But they didn't have KD for a while.
That's their best player. They're not one of their players.
Better.
The best player. You're the only person who's gonna say, "Oh, this wasn't the best player," because you just gotta be different. If the crowd says right, you're gonna be like left.
Yes, exactly. All day, every day. One of the better players out of the three. So I mean, but he wasn't there for damn near 9 games, so we didn't miss him.
Now he's gone for a month.
And they did well for a month. I just really think
that's complete team.
Yeah, I just really think a lot of people didn't show up. Draymond didn't show up when he should have. Boogies didn't show up.
Wait, Draymond almost averaged a triple-double. How do I know about your team better than you do?
No. I think you're missing the point. F a triple-double, dude. You need to score more than 10 points. It's rare that the man scored more than 10 points in his playoffs. He probably averaged 11.5 points. Okay, I'm gonna give him exactly. We need more points. I don't care. Yo, listen, assists are good. Blocks, yes, we need the blocks. Assists are good, but we need points. And we need to stop taking them ugly ass 3-pointers. And then Cousin, he screwed himself because what, he had a 1 year or 2 year contract, so he has to now come back. What'd you say?
1 year.
1 year. So now he has to come back to the Warriors and prove that he's better than what he put on the floor. But then if he keep on taking these bullshit contracts, he's going to be stuck being the average $6.5 million guy. Like, this guy went from $20 million a year to $6.5 million. Like, come on.
But you act like he just dropped off because he dropped off. This dude had an ACL tear. Not ACL, Achilles tear.
Achilles, right? Yeah. I don't care. I don't care.
What?
Come to work, shut up. Come to work or shut up.
Wow.
Hey, listen.
Yo, this is truly somebody who doesn't play basketball here talking.
No, this is truly a spectator. I don't care if I don't play basketball or not. What I'm saying is, if you're not going to be 100%, get the hell off the court. Okay?
Wow.
All right?
So in that case, Kawhi shouldn't have played then.
Yo, Kawhi bodied them, okay? With one leg. Shame on the Warriors. Shame with the Warriors. Yo, so basically now they're talking about Steph Curry's going to have a unanimous MVP year, meaning he's had to he's got to go back to the old staff when he won that championship. I mean, when he won that title. And I'm like, yeah, but at the end of the day, who is it going to be? Draymond, old ass Eagle Dollar on his last leg, Livingston, who needs, listen, they need to get rid of a bunch of bums on that team. Okay,
call them bums.
Really, they need to get rid of some of these bums. They need to get rid of some of these bums, like Livingston, bums. He can't shoot a three. His mid game is shit. So he's a bum.
Yo, remind me never to put you as a sports commentator, man. Come on, you be ruthless on that microphone.
Yeah,
God.
Hold on for a second. Hold on a second. Let me think about
hit
something.
that random button. Oh man, this dude checking his cell phone, y'all. This dude is checking his. Hold on a second. How you gonna go on a rant and then all of a sudden be like, yo,
hold on for a second.
I got a text message. Let me read this. It's like, dude, don't you see the on-air sign right now? On the air.
Yo,
we are rolling.
Listen, I was about to jump back in 20 seconds. So anyways, like I was saying, see, I can do multiple things.
20 seconds of dead silence?
I'm sorry, not 20 seconds. About 2 seconds of dead silence. This is 2 seconds. All that I was going to say was Livingston got to go. And everybody's got to go to the gym. See, and the reason I say Livingston, because Livingston gets paid like $34 million. They have to clear that cap.
Well, there's no guarantee that Kevin Durant's coming back either.
Well, did you hear the Bleacher Report rumor?
All right, enlighten me.
So the Bleacher Report rumor that came out on Thursday is that the Warriors are trying to come up with a sign. They're trying to get KD to sign a max contract so KD could get all of his money and put in the contract that once he gets better in a year, he could be traded to the Knicks or every team you want to go to. I'm like, yo, if that's the contract that they're trying to offer him, kudos to the Warriors because they know they messed up. And I think that's a win-win for both sides. You think about it. Mm-hmm. Think about it. You give KD damn near $50 million just to relax in 2019, 2020. Mm-hmm. And then the next year, trade him to the Knicks for damn near their whole roster. You know?
Yeah,
so that's the rumor that they're talking about now in the Bleacher Report. So I'm like, yo, that'll be great because right about now, if KD opt in, he gets $31 million to sit out for 2019, 2020 season. So let me ask you a question. What's your thoughts on that? If you were KD, would you sign a deal like that? You know, a max 5-year deal, and make sure that in the contract it state that the first year, you know, that's your rehab year, and the next year is the year that you could be traded to a team that you want to be traded to.
Okay, that's the key thing. As long as it's a team that I want to be traded to. So in that case, yeah, I'd probably take that because then it's still my decision. Because
it's the decision, you still get the max deal.
Yeah, because I was listening to what's that guy, the heavyset dude that's always the Brian Windhorst.
Yeah.
He was saying that with this deal, Kevin Durant would actually make more money than if he went away and signed. He gets
$57 million more than any other than any other suitor.
Right.
The Warriors could offer him $57 million more because, you know, the team that you play with, I forgot how it works, but that's the only team that can give you the max. So I think it's a win-win for both sides.
It is, because they do feel guilty because they shouldn't have put Kevin Durant out in Game 5 because they knew he wasn't ready to play, and that's how he got injured. That's why Bob Myers, their president of basketball operations, was out on the podium crying because he was like, man, like, it's not fair. But I think in the back of his head, he knows, yo, I shouldn't have done that.
Exactly.
I shouldn't have greenlit that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just let it. What's up?
No, go ahead, go. Just let it what?
Just listen. Because the only thing I did was give the Warriors a stay for one more day, even though they could have won 6 if Klay ain't mess up his leg.
If Klay did not tear his ACL, they would have gone to Game 7, and then who knows what would have happened? The Warriors might have three-peated.
Yeah, they would. You know what? And I wanted them to be the only team. I mean, the second team, not like, because as of now, the LeBron and his bum ass team is the only team that ever came back from a 0-3? No, a 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So
Well, just like Stephen A. Smith always says, the NBA gave them that nice stimulus package of suspending Draymond Green.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
I'm like, that suspension, and I have argued with LeBron stands till the end of time. And they're like, no, that suspension had nothing to do with it. I'm like, what are the odds that the game Draymond gets suspended is also the game where the Warriors get their two key players injured? Iguodala gets injured that game, and Andrew Bogut gets injured that game. I think Andrew Bogut was out for the rest of the series. And then Iguodala getting injured, that great block that everybody talks about LeBron having in Game 7. You think Iguodala would have just laid that up if he wasn't injured? Nah, he would have probably tried to dunk that.
Exactly.
So yeah, it does play a big difference. But I wanted to backtrack, going back to your New York thing. I must say, as someone who critiques the media all the time, they got to me, man. They got to me. The media. Because this media that's been pushing this narrative that New York needs a good basketball team, I'm starting to sympathize with the New York Knicks now, because they're showing so many like videos, and they're talking about how the Knicks never won a championship since 1973, and their last top pick was Patrick Ewing. But they got number 1 overall. I'm just like, dang, man, I feel so bad for them. It's like I can't stand New York, and I can't stand people from New York. I think they're rude, but I feel so sympathetic towards the situation. I think Stephen A. Smith is doing a really good job of just being in people's ear on ESPN. Just be like, we need a good team. And his rants are legendary, okay? I get such a kick out of those rants all the time. But yeah, I just got to say the media, it's gotten to me, man. I don't know what to say.
Better you than me. But I tell you what got to me. I don't know if you saw that new LeBron James commercial. That shit made me want to watch LeBron. Like, I can't wait to see what LeBron
James commercial.
LeBron has I'll send it to you right now. LeBron has a new commercial when he's talking about what people are saying about him, and also he got a new hairline.
Yeah, I mean, he got the surgery to get a new hairline.
Yeah, but it's funny because you see him with his new hairline. He up in the mirror all cheesy and stuff. Like, I got my hair back. I got my hair back.
Yo, please send me that commercial. That sounds too wild. Okay.
Yeah. But the commercial I'm about to send you is this commercial just it's talking about. I think it's a suitcase commercial, but it's pretty dope because when you watch it, you go, whoa, damn.
You're not talking about that hairline?
Oh no, he talking about the hairline. Yeah, and the first one I sent you is about
the hairline.
Yeah, but then you see the hairline, but then you see the new hairline in the commercial. You don't see no fadeness. Remember, he had like acid wash hair. You can see, you can see the top. You can see his scalp. Can't see his scalp no more.
That's what I'm saying, man. When you got money,
and that shit look real nice.
When you got money, son, you could do whatever you want.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You see that hairline? That hairline look like it's always there.
Yo, that hairline look crazy.
Look, jet black. Wow. So in that commercial, he's talking about. I think it's a suitcase commercial. But it's pretty cool. It's him on the road, him practicing. People saying, he washed up, and he's basically saying, yeah, wait and see. So I was like, wow, okay. I totally forgot. This was the first year. What? Because he went to the finals for the last damn near 8 years.
First year he hasn't been in the playoffs.
Yeah, playoffs. Yeah,
Long time.
Yeah. I think he went to like 8 or 9 straight, something like that.
That's finals. That's not
finals.
Playoffs.
Okay. Well, okay. So how many playoffs he been to? I mean, back to back.
Let's see. First time.
Yeah, because I know he's been with I know it's been the Warriors in Cleveland for a minute, at least 4.
When he was with the Heat.
Yeah.
The last time he missed the postseason, the last time he missed the playoffs was in 2005.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. So it's like you forget him, and then you see that commercial, you're like, yo, okay, Bron, waiting to see what's going on. But we'll see. But now since the NBA draft happened last night, now it's all about Zion.
Dude,
so what's up?
The last time LeBron James was in the playoffs, it says 95.6% of current NBA players weren't in the league. Ray Allen was the leading scorer on the Sonics. Luke Walton was still on the Lakers.
Luke, who? I'm just messing with you.
and James Harden was 15 years old.
What?
Son.
Damn. So that's a big achievement for LeBron, man. People, but you know what it is? People just ignore his accolades. When you really think about it, that man has done a lot for the NBA.
He has, but that doesn't mean you can't critique him as a player. And that's the thing that gets on my nerves. Like, I'm always critiquing LeBron as a player, and people be like, yeah, but he's done so much for people outside of the league, and he's done this and he's done that. And I'm like, dude, what does that have to do with him as a basketball player? Like,
I agree.
He's a great guy. Yeah, from what we see, he's a great guy. But what does that have to do with him as a basketball player? It's like the Jordan-LeBron debate, right? Like, people always saying, who's better, Jordan or LeBron? Jordan's obviously better, and he had a better career. But people be like, oh, well, Jordan didn't speak out on social issues and all that. I'm like, what does that have to do with him as a basketball player?
Also, there was a lot of social issues that were out, and a lot of other people weren't talking about it either.
True.
Wasn't just Jordan.
True.
And also, you gotta understand the generations are different. Like the younger generation, LeBron generation, somewhat our generation, we're more vocal. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, somewhat our generation. LeBron's generation is a little older than mine, a little younger than you.
So who generation is that? Generation what? Z, X? What the hell you call that thing?
LeBron is 34. So I think LeBron's a millennial. I think he's in my generation.
Okay, see, there you go, old man River. So with that being said, what generation do you call yourself? X, Z?
No,
Y?
we're Generation Y.
Y. Gotcha. So Generation Y, right? If you think about it, y'all talk a lot now. Y'all talk so much shit. Y'all ain't down to get down. Yeah, yo, listen. The man can never throw y'all back in bondage. Y'all be like, okay, yo, Generation Y, y'all on some, I don't give a F about this job. I'll find another one. Generation X be like, you know what? I'm gonna work and I'm gonna shut up and put my head down, get this check. Generation Y, like, yo, look at me wrong. I'll walk out this MFR right now. So yeah, you're right. Huh? What'd you say? Yes.
I said for real though.
Seriously,
so I was trying to go turn on the light, but
no. Like seriously, like you guys will leave a job without a job. You know what I'm saying? So things are totally different when you think about the social activists now compared to back when people wasn't really doing it. Like back in the days, that was only that was Messy Jesse and Reverend Al Sharpton job. Nobody else did that job but Messy Jesse and Reverend Al Sharpton. Right or wrong?
No. I disagree because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was pretty vocal.
Yeah.
And then Magic Johnson spoke out on the HIV thing, even though he got it. Yeah.
Okay, listen. What year was that? And what were they talking about? 70s? In the 80s?
80s. Yeah. 80s.
What Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was talking about stuff in the 80s?
Yeah.
Okay, and what year did Michael Jordan play in?
Michael Jordan is 80s to the 90s. So
okay, exactly. Yeah, that was around the time I was getting their coins and wasn't even thinking about nobody.
But this is the thing, though. Michael Jordan has done stuff on the low, and he's not vocal about it, which is how I think people should be.
Exactly.
Exactly. Hasn't he donated money to kids too?
But he has. Yeah, he has.
So I wouldn't be so quick to criticize Jordan and be like he's not doing this and that.
I agree, totally agree. But so what do you think about Zion?
All right, yeah, I'm glad you brought it back there because I was gonna go back to New York because I think the draft was held in Brooklyn. Yeah. And
Barclays Center.
This is the first time I have ever heard the Knicks fan base actually cheer for their pick because they usually boo their pick.
They really do.
Yeah, and they cheered for R.J. Barrett coming to the Knicks. He was chosen 3rd overall. Zion Williamson was chosen 1st overall. Both of them went to Duke. Did you know that R.J. Barrett's actually from Toronto?
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay, that was
slow. Hey, how about this? Wait. Rewind it back. How about McCall got his 3rd ring? Remember McCall who used to be on the Warriors? He was on the Rock. He was on. He was on Toronto.
He's on the Raptors.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Now check this out. So 2 months ago, he was saying in a Twitter, he was like, "Yo, so technically, I got 2 rings." So David West was like, "Boy, stop playing. You was not with us at that time. You were on the D League or something like that." So now, yeah. So yep. So now he got his third ring. He got his
But
third ring.
he wasn't playing though. He was
a bench
riding the
warmer.
bench.
He was a bench
Yeah.
warmer. Yeah, but he got his third ring.
Yo, even Jeremy Lin got a ring, bro.
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy.
And I did not see that man step on the court in the playoffs.
Yo, pay me to be a bench warmer. I'll sit on the bench, man. I sit on the bench, give me a ring, and I'll auction that joint off on eBay, pay off these student loans. Shoot.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I thought the draft was very nice. What I liked seeing was the kids with their parents, because I know ESPN, they showed the different draft prospects and they showed the kids with their parents, and I thought that was wonderful, especially when you saw the kids get emotional next to their parents. Zion was emotional next to his mom, just saying how his mom was really there for him and she had his back. And then you had RJ Barrett was there with his father, and he was emotional. And his father, man, I was about to tear up. His father was like, "I'm proud of you, son." I was like, oh my God. Like, I was about to fall out right there when his father said, "I am proud of you, son." Oh, listen, black fathers, I love seeing these images of black fathers. It goes against all these stereotypes that people saying black fathers aren't there. Ja Morant was drafted second overall to the Grizzlies, and his father was there, and he was crying, talking to his dad. His dad was just talking about how he was there from. I'm like, yo, I love seeing these black parents with their kids, and I just love seeing that emotion from these boys. Like,
let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Any white people got drafted?
I ain't seen no white people. I'm sure they probably did.
Yo, is the draft still going on?
Nah, it's over, man.
It's only one day?
Yeah.
And only 57 people got drafted?
It's a first and second round. That's it.
Wait,
people, you know what's crazy? Some people came to the event and didn't get drafted.
Yeah, yo, so that dude who got drafted, the last person got drafted last night, he had a party, and people were like, "Well, you know what? I didn't make it, so, I'd like to thank everybody." All of a sudden, his name got called. They lost their shit.
That's hilarious.
No, that is.
That's what happened to Van Vliet. Van Vliet didn't get drafted. He had a party, and they had the video. They were showing it on the Jump on ESPN today, and they're showing the old video, and he was apologizing to people for throwing the party, and he didn't get drafted. And now look at him, NBA champion, and he was a big part of that Toronto Raptors team, hitting all them threes and just doing a darn thing. Like, I was really proud of him to say you weren't drafted and then come back and be a great player like that. Awesome.
I agree.
That just shows you, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah, man. Listen. At the end of the day, you got to believe in yourself.
Yeah. But we really dominated this convo with basketball talk. Let's actually talk about some news before we cut off.
Yeah, what's up? What are you gonna talk about?
So here's what I wanted to bring to your attention, because I thought this was very odd. Have you ever heard of E. Jean Carroll?
Who's that?
She's an American journalist and advice columnist, and she just came out with I believe it's a memoir. I believe she's coming out with a memoir. Let me see. Yes, she's coming out with a memoir, and in it, guess what she says? She said that President Donald Trump sexually raped her in a dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman 23 years ago. And Trump's response was, "I've never met this person in my life."
Wow.
I want to get your thoughts, because she says that Trump raped her in the 90s. So I want to get your thoughts on this before I give my opinion about it.
So he raped her around the same time the Central Park jogger lady got raped?
Said he raped her in the 1990s. I don't have the exact, 23 years ago. So
23 years ago. It's at the same time Central Park jogger lady got raped, and he blamed, and he was so adamant that it was those 5 black kids. Oh, hypocrite.
Hey, I just want to get your thoughts. Man. So okay. You think he's hypocritical?
No, I think he's a scumbag, man. He's not even a slime ball. He's a scumbag. That's worse than a slime ball. Yo, I'm tired of watching the Truman Show. Like, can we just turn the TV off and just get back to reality. It's just disgusting. I wouldn't put it past him. He's an arrogant prick. He's worse now.
1996. That's 23 years ago from today.
Yeah, so he's he's an arrogant guy. So I wouldn't put it past him, man. But you already know how you gonna improve that. She got the old panties or something like.
Here's my thing though. I wouldn't put it past him either, but how convenient. You're saying it now when you have a memoir coming out?
Yeah, I ain't think about that.
Like, you're saying it now, 23 years later? Because I would have thought when people were jumping out and saying this stuff before, I would have thought
before he became president, she came out with it.
Right, like during the time when he was running. It's more the convenience angle. I'm like, the timing is very convenient. I'm not saying that I don't believe her. I'm just saying, why is it that these stories, because it's not just for President Trump, just in general, a lot of these stories, they come out at very convenient moments when someone has a memoir coming out, when someone's running for office, when someone's trying to get elected to the Supreme Court, like Justice Brett Kavanaugh. I'm just like, the timing. I'm just like, people, I really feel like we should be better.
No,
with
you
our
got a
timing.
point. You got a point because that lady shot came forth with that when he became what was he prior to his new position? He was already was he already like a lawyer, or I'm not a lawyer, like a judge, or no? Like what was he before
Brett
this?
Kavanaugh? Brett Kavanaugh?
Yes. He was a regular
Uh,
lawyer.
Let me see. I gotta look this up. Gee, you put me
Okay.
on the spot.
Okay, well no, I'm just wondering because you're right. It's the timing. You don't need to look. You don't need to look it up. It's the timing. The timing is all suspect.
Yeah, he was. Man, I don't even know what he was.
Sounds good to me.
He
Who
was
cares?
a judge. He was a judge. He was sworn
Oh,
to the D.C. Circuit.
so come
by
on. She
Judge
should have said something then.
Yeah, so he was. So it's not. See, this is my thing. It's more of protection for the actual alleged rape victims, because I'm like, you're gonna have more people. You're gonna have people against you anyway because you're saying something that happened X amount of years ago. I think it's adding more fuel to the fire when you're saying it at an opportune moment. I'm like me, just hearing it off the bat, she has a memoir coming out and she's alleging that the current president of the United States raped her. That's a way to sell your book.
That is definitely clickbait, shock value.
Right. So that's why I'm like, dang, like if you did get raped, I feel bad for you now because people not really gonna buy into it because they're gonna be like, yo, like, are you sure you're telling the truth?
Exactly, because like you said again, perfect time.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect time in, yeah. Perfect time in, yeah.
Yeah. So, the whole situation makes me feel bad. And one of my biggest pet peeves are people who falsely scream out rape because it makes it worse for the actual victims of rape. And I'm like, that's not fair to them. They deserve justice.
Exactly. Stop. Yeah, like, because you regret having sex with somebody, it doesn't mean it's rape.
Exactly.
It just means you have remorse.
And
I mean, you regret it. That's it.
So I need to go on a quick rant about this Me Too movement now. Again,
They're still around.
It's still around. You see, they got Cuba Gooding Jr.
They got him now.
You didn't know that? They got him for groping a woman at a event.
Yeah, I saw that. I
saw
saw
the video?
on TMZ. Yeah.
Well, didn't the video look? Does the video look like she felt offended?
Not at all.
So that's the thing. I'm like, yo, I'm really siding with how Condoleezza Rice put it. Women are not snowflakes, so you need to stop treating them like they're so delicate and stuff like that. Because you're taking the power away from women and you're taking their agency away. You're making like they can't make their own decisions or they just have no power. This big man was so much that they couldn't overcome him, and that's an issue.
It's a big issue.
Yeah, and then you got LeVar Ball.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You seen that?
That man didn't say anything out of the ordinary for her. And I don't know if it was her or it was ESPN, but whoever dropped the ball on this and made it bigger than what it is, shame on them because I don't think it was even like that.
So what happened was it was Molly Quirum's reaction to what LeVar Ball said to her on ESPN. That's what caused it. So I'm gonna play it right now. What actually happened, so that people who haven't heard this can understand. Like LeVar Ball, he's the father of Lonzo Ball, who used to play for the Lakers, just got traded to the Pelicans. And he was on ESPN talking his usual shenanigans. And one of the commentators, or I guess the moderator, Molly Quorum, she had made a comment, and LeVar Ball addressed the comment, and people are saying, oh, he was trying to come on to her, like he was trying to sexually harass her. And here it is right here.
Go ahead, before I get back to him.
LeVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question here.
You can switch gears with me anytime.
Let's stay focused here. All right.
So
that's pretty bad.
Because
he didn't sound sexy or creepy. The creepy grandfather. He was like, yo, whatever you want, I'll do it.
Yeah, and then he said afterwards, like, come on, you know. So it's like, but Molly paused, and she had the reaction. I was actually reading in the comment section. They're like, well, she's the one that took it there with the thought.
Yeah.
So just because she had the thought, does that mean he's guilty?
Exactly. Because
you can't say what he meant. Like, it'd be different if he said, you can switch gears on me anytime, girl.
Oh,
like,
no.
if he said something like that, then yeah, that's sexual harassment.
Eventually, man, men and women, they're not gonna be able to work together.
Oh no, definitely not. You can't say anything. And here's my problem. It's a double standard, because if a woman said that to a guy, nobody would care. They'd be like, okay, whatever.
Exactly.
I said it to a woman, and that's what I'm saying. This Me Too movement, and it seems like this Me Too movement is becoming an excuse to just police and criminalize black men. Because the only people I really see getting in trouble are black dudes.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Think about it.
Well, Caesar, sorry, is he considered black?
He's a dark Indian.
Gotcha. Dark people, beware.
Yeah, dark. I don't know if he's Indian or what, but yeah, I just have a real problem with this Me Too movement. How it is becoming a witch hunt, and I think it's taken away from legitimate sexual harassment cases and legitimate rape stories, and we really gotta get it together with that. But
yeah, that's true.
That's my little rant.
No, but you got a point though. I mean, come on, guys. We're grown here. Okay? The last thing anybody want to do is say something inappropriate. So damn, even when you don't say something inappropriate, it's inappropriate?
Pretty much.
When I heard that, I listened to it live. I heard it. I was like, it's not till she paused, and I was like, But I was like, wait, but he didn't say that.
Yeah.
She made me think, oh, wait, did he come out of pocket? Because she paused.
Yeah. And now ESPN said they're not allowing LeVar on any of their platforms ever again.
But I told you why they don't need him anymore. He's not in LA, number one. His son may be a bust.
Yeah, but they never needed him to begin with. But I just don't like that. They were using him for ratings. And then when he says something that they deem questionable, now they're kicking him off. They were using him to begin with.
Exactly.
So I'm like, I don't like that. I feel like, I don't know if you would call that a double standard, but I just feel that's not right. You're basically pimping the guy, and then he's being himself, and now you're saying sexual harassment. What's good with that? I don't get it.
Bullshit.
Yeah. But anyway, I see you over here falling asleep because Jay Random getting quiet. He on his phone. Yeah, he's done. He's done. Come on, man.
No, I'm not done.
I need some energy. I need your energy. I need. You heard that Big Crit song? I need your energy. That's all I need right now. This dude, I'm over here talking. All I hear is static silence. Look. He over here reacting to his phone, saying one word. Why? What? Huh?
Yeah, exactly. You know how shit is.
Yeah, but we'll end it right here. We got one big story in the media talking about this alleged rape victim of President Trump, and we went on our little thing about basketball as we usually do. But it's been a pretty good show.
Yo, it's always a good show. Let me tell you something. I'm always here, 100%. Let's get it. Yeah.
Look. We were flowing, then you got dead all of a sudden. Shame.
Hey. I don't know. I don't know what you talking about, son.
This is what happens, people, when you deal with someone who has a high grade form of, I don't know what, ADD, ADHD. Something.
Nah, son. We here.
ADHDT.
Yo, let's do the marathon. Let's go another 40 minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
Yo, real quick before we hang
Uh-huh.
up, sorry, before we end the show, how those neighbors looking? Can you see them outside?
Yeah, I still see them outside.
Man, listen, punks.
Yeah, just so you know, y'all, I moved to another undisclosed location, and I can when it turns nightfall, people can peek and see through the window, which I don't like. They can see through my window, and they can see everything I'm doing, including this podcast, which I don't like. But it is what it is. All right, but just for everybody out there, this is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions.
Yeah.
We're still trying to get on Spotify. iTunes didn't work out too well. I don't know why that's so complicated, but we're doing what we can, trying to expand our platforms and go on to expand our reach and go on to different platforms so we can reach a wider audience. But anyway, it's been real, Jay. Till next time.
Always real, man. Yeah, we'll talk. Peace.
So go a little sign like this. That's AVIOT.